All right, people. Story time. This was almost 20 years ago, so my memory might be a little hazy. With XCOM gone and no sign of any survivors from HQ, I had somehow fallen in with a couple of other misfits the aliens hadn't managed to kill yet. We mostly kept our heads down and scavenged what we could. Until one day we found a map. A map claiming to point towards a human sanctuary. A gathering place for those of us still out there. We were suspicious, of course, but we didn't really have much else to lose. 5 minutes in either direction and we would have never met. But for whatever reason, my little group seemed to get along pretty well. We weren't much more than wandering vagabonds at that point, but the map gave us a purpose. Something to work towards. That meant moving through occupied territory, though. So this was sure to be a test of our resolve. Heading out. I'm on it.
Moving. Got it covered.
Understood. Moving out.
Me muevo a la posición. Afirmativo. Cubriendo.
I had been moving in the fringes, surviving on whatever I could, wherever I could. Truth be told, I had just about given up on everyone by then. Our so-called leaders had already told the world the fight was over, and I was in no position to convince anyone otherwise. Rolling.
Moving on target location. I'm on the move.
Confirmed. Target still up. Kill confirmed. I don't remember all the details, especially how I made it out of the base back then. I woke up in a smoking pile of rubble and crawled as far as I could. Beyond that, there was a lot of dark, bitter days in between.
Good to go.
Moving. Weapons burning ammo fast.
Estoy en marcha.
Enemy hoped we could scavenge a few supplies. Maybe find something to eat at the diner. Unfortunately, the aliens didn't give us a whole lot of time to look around.
Affirmative! Covering now!
Moving out. Ready to engage.
Marchando! Ya estoy!
Let's get down to it. Scanning.
It's strange to think what it was like back then, before Advent became the front. There were plenty of aliens, but a lot less barking. Stranger still is how quickly people forgot what the real faces of the war looked like. You wouldn't think the novelty of alien invaders would ever wear off.
I'm on the move.
Will do!
On it.
Corriendo!
Moving to Overwatch.
In the early days, the Faceless weren't even disguised half the time. And there were all kinds of silly-ass rumors about shape-shifting animals, vehicles, all kinds of things. That made trust even harder to come by among strangers.
Moving on target location. Here, catch!
Voy hacia ese lugar. Ya no es una amenaza. Confirmed. Catch!
Headed there now. I'm covering. They're starting to lose ground.
Not even close.
Being flanked! They're on the move!
We had to make do with whatever weapons we could scrounge up. We didn't know a whole lot about the alien tech back then. I figured if we actually found anything XCOM built, at least I could count on it being pointed at the aliens first.
Missed!
designated coordinates. Grenade! And we're off. Your history.
¡Guardia! Enemigo destruido.
They're flanking!
No! What's happening? No! This isn't right! This isn't right!
Nailed him.
The first day went well, but now the aliens knew we were up to something. Our first stop yielded a few decent upgrades, but nothing that was gonna set the world on fire. And there was only so much we could take with us. We had to travel light if we were gonna keep up this pace. We had no idea who made the map in the first place, but if there really was some kind of hidden sanctuary out there, I wanted to see it for myself. The map was steering us right through town, but we figured maybe we'd creep through the cemetery instead to keep things quiet. I tried to take a few notes just in case we forged a new path. If history was going to be written by the victors, then I at least wanted to have something ready just in case we finally got our act together. We were all a little suspicious, but we managed to pick up another recruit near the cemetery. As risky as it was, we needed all the help we could get, and I wasn't worried about splitting the gear another way. Once we got close, the aliens were all over us pretty quick. What we found was difficult to face.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Recibido. Headed there now.
Enemy eliminated. On my way.
Marchando. Baja confirmada.
I'm on it.
A ello voy. El blanco sigue en pie.
Get it together.
No, no! Please, no!
In the 2 years or so since we lost the base, I hadn't heard so much as a peep about XCOM, much less run into any familiar faces. Most people never knew we existed in the first place, so there wasn't a whole lot of point in asking around.
Back online.
¡Me dirijo allí! Es hora de matar. En marcha a las coordenadas designadas. Adelante. Heading out. Moving to Overwatch.
Got it covered.
I'd seen a few zombies during the early days of the invasion, but not like this. Not up close. They were human once, but we didn't have any choice. The last place you want to run into a bunch of psychic aliens is a cemetery full of fresh graves.
On the move. I'm on the move.
Moving. Estoy en marcha. Recibido.
I'll keep an eye
Scanning.
out. I'm on it.
Todo cubierto.
Not even close.
Cover my flank. Only scratched them.
I'm not sure I ever really believed in the prospect of finding survivors, and the weapons my team were after weren't going to do much on their own. Notice how I said team? That's when I started to realize what the actual payoff here was.
Afirmativo. Affirmative, moving out.
Understood. Moving out. Running dry on ammo.
¡Ya voy! ¡Enemigo destruido!
Got him!
I hadn't felt a sense of camaraderie in a long time. Most people were respectful of the surviving war veterans that were still out here. Some might even offer us a friendly smile. Still, I ran into plenty of people who couldn't do anything but blame us. Soldiers, politicians, doctors. We had all failed someone in one way or another.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo. ¡Preparada!
Moving out. Back in.
¡Me muevo a la posición! ¡Empieza la fiesta!
We had spent a fair amount of time together, but my new friends didn't know much about my background. To them, I was just an ex-military survivor, another broken-down veteran. As time went on, I think they started to piece it together on their own, and I didn't mind keeping them guessing.
On the move. Rolling. Scanning.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo. Poniéndome en guardia.
This is for you!
Explorando.
Kill confirmed.
I got to thinking about all the people I know for sure didn't make it out of HQ. Assuming the aliens haven't tried to clear it out, that mountain is the final resting place for a lot of good people. I had always hoped to go back there one day and put up a marker, or something at least.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Roger that. Target eliminated. On reserves.
No hace falta repetirlo. Bien. Vuelvo al combate.
I'm already gone. Holding. I can give it a try.
Back in. Moving out.
Affirmative. Moving out. Let's rock.
Confirmado. Afirmativo. Cubriendo. Voy. En guardia.
I'm going. Hold it down here. Good copy. Moving on target.
Marchando. ¡Agachad la cabeza!
This is for you.
On my way. Grenade! Me dirijo allí. Enemigos pacificados.
Headed there now. Missed.
Atención médica. Uno menos. Moving to designated position.
Moving to designated position. Your history.
The cemetery was rough, but my new recruits pulled together pretty well. We had gotten used to salvaging gear by that point. We'd picked through just about everything left on the alien bodies. The map was driving us towards what looked to be some kind of freight yard, but first we had to cut across the edge of town near a local dive bar. I remember being genuinely excited at the prospect of finding a nice, stiff drink. Unfortunately, the arrival of Advent had ushered in a new era of restrictions and bans, which meant pretty much anything that you might consider fun was outlawed. Still, there was a chance I might find something good out there in the movies. Things were quiet when we showed up, but it looked like we had just missed the action, with all the hallmarks of an Advent sweep gone south. In those days, they were rounding up stragglers pretty aggressively, and it didn't take much to provoke a fight. We never did find out who it was, but odds are they were either convinced to move to a city center or dumped in a mass grave somewhere.
Okay, I'll go.
Si tú lo dices. Vale, voy. On the move! That is not good! antes de acercarme.
Got it covered. They're running scared.
By now, we were starting to work pretty well together, and my little team had already racked up a respectable kill count by the time we moved in on the bar. That was the only explanation I could come up with, because it didn't take long for a whole lot of aliens to close on our position.
Let's do this!
If you say so.
¡Venga, vamos, vamos! Supongo que está bien. A ello voy. Getting it done.
I guess that'll be okay.
There were still some independent businesses out there trying to survive the occupation back then. In a few areas, things almost seemed normal, but Advent wasn't having it. Constantly changing restrictions on unauthorized food sources made it almost impossible not to move to the new city centers.
I'm trusting you here. Throw a grenade!
¡Una sorpresa!
Too old for this.
Te haré caso. Le he dado, ¿no? Pocas cargas. ¡Vaya!
Getting a little
Finding a
toasty here.
trip wasn't easy, but the good stuff was still floating around out there in the territories. All highly illegal, of course. If you couldn't trade for it, you could always try your luck in the abandoned cities. A lot of people disappeared chasing vices of the old world back then.
Fire in the hole.
¡Piña va! Kill confirmed. Vuelvo al combate. Todo cubierto.
Advent was still in the early stages of establishing itself as the new global front. When we ran into some of their first troops that day outside the bar, I was pretty confident we'd come out on top, but even I was impressed by how well we handled these guys.
Target neutralized.
Supongo que está bien. ¡En marcha!
What's over there? On Overwatch.
¿Qué hay ahí? Afirmativo, cubriendo.
Check it before you get too close.
We didn't have the slightest clue what these Advent goons were barking about back then. Not that it mattered. The more of them we took out, the more I started to see that with the right people, there was still a chance we could make a difference out here.
Target's still up.
Okay, I'll go. I got nothing.
Vale, voy. Poniéndome en guardia. Si tú lo dices. Poniéndome en guardia. He fallado.
By now, we had definitely gotten someone's attention. The aliens were down a couple of dozen kills, and we were taking our sweet time clearing out every last one of them. For people that came out here as scavengers, my new pals had almost forgotten about looking for gear. did manage to rescue at least a couple of civilians before things got ugly. We left the bar sober but fully intact. I couldn't really complain about the outcome. We were able to pull some usable armor vests and PCS components from the Advent units near the bar, but there was no sign of anything I recognized from XCOM.